Handicapper Steve here, handicapping the racing from Keeneland Racecourse here on Friday. It is the 25th of October 2024. Gonna look at the stakes action here on the penultimate day of the Keeneland meeting, but before I get on to that, remember to please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5 for more selections for race courses around the world, and I mean around the world. Let's look at the stakes action. Races 8 and 9 from Keeneland. The 8th race, it is the Myrtlewood Stakes. It's going for a purse $200,000. Races for fillies, 2-year-olds here. We have a field here, if I could get my iPad to load. Field of 12 horses going the distance of ground of 1,200 meters or 6 furlongs on the Keeneland Dirt Course. My top selection here, I'm going to go with the number 4 horse White Sands, with the 3 horse Echo Sound, 3584 for me, the superfecta, 3584 super. Top selection 3 horse Echo Sounds. This 2-year-old filly by Echo Town here. George Arnold trains. Ira Teach Jr. picks up the mount. They ran the horse most recently in optional 100 at Churchill, 6 furlongs, 12th of September, and it was a success for this horse. Won by 11 1/4 lengths that day. This horse stalked all the way around the race course, slowly moved her way into the race, and when she got the turn of foot, she took off clear. I thought that was a very good run. She's refreshing against these horses, not the world's deepest race. I think she could find a trip to win. She ran on debut at Ellis, going 6 in a main special weight back in August, where she won by 3/4 length, and she stalked that day, a little bit wide late, but she came home well. 73 Buyer, that was an impressive run. I like that she's training well since her last race. Step up in the next class division shouldn't be a problem. I think she's sitting on a good run. I'm going to use her. I think the 5 horse Dancing Magic for Flavian and Michael Campbell can win also. Has won since debut at Hawthorne, going 4.5 in June, where the horse won by 3 3/4 lengths and broke from the rail like a quarter horse, going 870. He took off clear. I thought that was a very strong run. Came back to run after that in the Prairie Gold Lassie at Prairie back in July, where she finished 7 by 11 1/4 lengths, having a very wide trip, which wasn't to her liking. Came back to run a decent place at Colonial, and then a very good place at Keeneland here to begin off the month here at the meeting. She's stepping up to some class here today. She has some speed. It wouldn't surprise me if she gained some ground game. Flavian up 12-1. I'll give this horse an upsetter chance here. But to recount my selection for the 8th from Keeneland, now it's to Myrtlewood. We're going to take the 3 horse Echo Sound. Give kudos to the 5 horse Dancing Magic, 3584 super, 3-5 in the multi race. Let's get to the featured 9th race now from Keeneland, which is the Valley View Stakes. It's a grade 2 event going for a $350,000 purse. Races for 3-year-old fillies. Field of 16 horses entered. 12 could go the 1,600-meter journey or mile on the turf course. I'm going to go take the number 4 horse here, Les Reyes. I'm going to go 4-2-3-8 in the superfecta, 4-2-3-8 super. Top selection 4 is Les Reyes. This 3-year-old filly by Penny's Peconic here. Christophe Clement trains. Flavian Pratt gets the mount. First start stateside came 13th of September at Aqueduct, a mile in the inner turf course in the Winter Memories, and it was a success for this horse. Won by a half a length. She stalked all the way around the race course. When she had the turn of foot, she flew home clear late. I thought that was a very strong run. She's refreshing here today, not the world's deepest race. I think she could get the trip to win. She's a winner of her last 3. She won in the Prix Volterra and Longchamp over very fast ground for June. 1 mile 9th of June. Winning by length from a tracking trip. She really came home quickly that day. And then in a handicap class 2 at Longchamp over the 6.5 on soft ground. Won by 2 1/4 lengths. She's at 26-1. She saw a good pace to close up into. She quickened up nicely. A very good run. She began her career off actually in the lower end ranks in France, at Bordeaux, running in Bordeaux and at Toulouse, where she was running some good races and then some par races at a time. When she went to the Paris, fixtures, that's where she showed up a lot. Sold to the new owners here today. Can be forwardly paced or come from a little bit behind here, a versatile type. At 5-2, I think she can win. I think the 2 horse here, poolside with Slim for Frankie and George Arnold, I think could win also. 3 back won the Pen Oaks quite nicely by half length, coming from a stalking trip. Came back to run the Tempin on the turf at Churchill back in June, where she just never got going, running a disappointing 4th. And then ran that Winter Memories at Aqueduct, where she finished 4th by 1 1/4 lengths, where she had a very horrible trip and a very horrible beginning, which cost her. But refreshing here of some, okay runs, not great. She's improving with the speed figures. I think she'll find a good pace to close up into. I'll give her a shot here on the ticket. To recap my selection now for the 9th from Keeneland, it is the Valley View. We're going to go take the 4 horse Les Reyes. Give kudos to the 2 horse poolside with Slim, 4-2-3-8 super, 4-2 in the multi race. So good luck to all. Please follow me on Twitter at HorseRacingKid5. Good luck, everyone.